Welcome, everyone, to another inventRight TV show. We have Colin Brown and Marina Prospero from Perfector on the line. Welcome, guys.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Good to be here too.
We're gonna throw a picture of your product up, Steve. This is a cool product.
You know, Andrew, I went to the website. I looked. By the way, your website's fantastic. Your
Thank
product.
you.
What a great job. You know, everyone that's listening, this is a great example of a wonderful website. It's easy to read, easy to navigate. It's got a great product shot. It has testimonials. It has everything. It's fantastic. Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you. It took so many reiterations to get it as simple as we got it right now, but we really feel that it communicates well.
So
That's not
what is
easy
this?
to do either. Good job.
No, it's not. It's not easy. Marketing and the right pictures and all that. What does the product do?
It lifts your body into proper alignment, and it gives you an easy way to stretch and flex the muscles that are responsible for healthy posture.
And the end result's going to help relieve pain. Is that correct?
It relieves pain. It aligns you so you breathe better, your organs function better, you look better, and you don't deteriorate.
I'll say it in a nutshell, Andrew. I'm one of those guys, I slouch all the time. This is going to straighten my back. I'm going to look better, feel better. Everybody should get this because I'll tell you, as you get a little older, or even myself, my posture's terrible. So when I saw this, it's like, hey, I got to have one of these.
Right. Me too. So what's the issue, guys? I mean, we do these shows because we want to solve some sort of problem. What issues are you guys having?
You know, we've been so successful with the product, but it's exposure. Just like you said, everybody can use this product. It's one size fits all, fully adjustable. We've got our manufacturing standardized. Okay. We can communicate our product well with our literature, and we got great testimonials. And we just need to get the message out to the world, and that's challenging.
Well, the problem that you're having, I think most companies have the same problem. How can I get exposure? How can I get distribution? How can I sell more product? You've got a great product. You've got a great website. You get the testimonials. Now it's distribution, right? How do I get it out to people without spending a fortune? Word of mouth is always the best advertising. We have great social media now. There's all these things that we can do to get people to recognize our product. But at the end of the day, it's eyeballs. It's either going to be on your website or your product needs to be in stores. So and
it's not really, Stephen, because they're selling at home shows, they're selling at wellness shows, they're Andrew, doing word of mouth.
But that's limited distribution.
I know.
That's going to take a lot of work on their part. So I've got a couple questions to ask. So in your opinion, where's the best place that your product should be, retail-wise?
Good question.
Retail, I'll tell you, the best place is TV. If we got television exposure, it gives us the opportunity to demonstrate it. We can back it up with, how to use it. It just needs, people just need to see how the product operates.
When Steve and I were talking about this product, we were saying the same thing. We were like, wow, this is a great QVC or HSN product. And part of your problem, I think, is that it requires demonstration. That's your big issue, and that's why it sells so well at the home shows and the wellness shows. But it's maybe sitting on a shelf, I think you were in the Relax the Back store for a while. It's not really working. But I could see this flying off not the shelf, Steve, because there's no shelf at QVC or HSN, but I could see the phone lines ringing off the hook with one of those guys.
Yeah, but you're going to have to think beyond that, though, at the end of the day, Andrew. How do you keep it in front of people? How do you sell it at an environment that people are seeing it? Have you tried? What about any type of medical, chiropractors or any of those type of avenues where they could possibly sell it and benefit from it too? Have you tried that at all?
Yeah, we've contacted the distributors, the catalogs that we've gone to the chiropractor shows.
What happens?
We just don't get picked up. They don't want to rep our product. It's kind of a hard squeeze to get in there. I mean, we're still pursuing that avenue.
One thing I've learned about distributors, they distribute product. They don't sell. So whatever product you have, people have to be picking up those phones and asking for your product before distributors will take it.
Distributors just distribute. They don't provide publicity. They want stuff that people are already demanding.
And it's very frustrating because you think if I just had distribution, my problems would be solved. But they don't sell. So this is where I found that this might work for you. Always start small. People hate when I say that because everybody wants to start a little big. They want to run a little faster. But I would start at your local chiropractor, build that relationship, build the testimonials, go to one and leverage to the next one. But you've got to start with the one guy that just loves you. Go to the next one, go to the next one, and go to the next one. It takes a little time, but I'll tell you, you build that foundation, and before you know it, you can exhaust your city, go to the next city, go to the next state, and you've built this network that if one falls off, your whole business won't be rattled. But
well, and that's creating actual distribution and salespeople, Steve. When you go to the home shows, the well-known shows, it's kind of a one-off thing. It's very hard work on their part.
Well, how many are you going to sell?
Well, you have to sell. It's just like you did, 30 years ago when you were doing arts and crafts fairs, one show at a time, and it's limited, which is the reason why you got into licensing, right?
After a while, you're like, wait a minute, this is too much work. I got to figure out another way. So, so that's one avenue, because they see people walk in the door all the time. They could have a little video there. They could show it. They could demo it. And they would have a way of making money from it too, right? So I don't see why they wouldn't be behind it, but you have to really, those guys are very cautious to promote products, right? So,
especially products that compete, because our product solves a problem that they treat. So they're losing patients as well.
Well, you might want to reinforce it that they treat the problem, and now when you wear this, it
patients
helps.
Don't come back, Steve.
Well, yeah, but that's terrible about medicine. They should be wanting.
Isn't that bad?
Well,
isn't that horrible?
Doctors shouldn't want to just treat you. They should be able to cure you, right? But
well, one thing that Marina said to me, she said, on Amazon, I said, how are you doing on Amazon? She said, almost no sales. 374 pages of posture support products on Amazon.
All right, here's another question I have then. Huge market, we all know that, right? Have you reached out to any of your competitors that don't exactly compete with you and talk to them about their success, talk about the ad money they spend, what works and what doesn't?
That's an interesting question. And, we've had the opportunity to meet with people that market to the people that we want to market to. It's a lot of advertising dollars. It's a lot of intensive, continual upkeep of the accounts and sales. That's always the opportunity there.
Well, what you might want to do, because there's so many other similar products in that category, something's working for somebody, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. When we walk around the city, we get stopped a lot. People ask us if we were the people on Shark Tank, because there was a product called Posture Now that was picked up on Shark Tank and profiled, and even though that product is very different in design and function from our product, what sits in people's head is it's a posture product.
What I would do... Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, it's interesting that that it's getting that type of exposure and it sits in people's minds like that, but it's very non-specific in the details of the product.
Here's the problem. You know, if you're on the Oprah show one time or Shark Tank one time, how do you get the repeat business? How do you keep it up? So I'm not wild about those type of things. I think they're great if you can get free media, right? Absolutely, but it won't sustain your business for very long. It just won't. So I'm going to recommend this, and this is something that's worked for me and it's worked for a lot of people. Find someone that is successful in this category, this industry that you're in.
Okay.
You've got to find that one company that's successful, and you need to look at it very carefully. You need to, if you can, ask them, that's even better. But you can look at their website, look at their marketing, look at their packaging, look at their distribution. They will have on their website what stores they're in. They'll have some of the media, some of the news that you can eventually go after too. It will paint a story of their success.
That's a fantastic advice, Stephen. That's so spot on.
Without the roadmap of somebody else before you, you could be doing this for many, many years and become frustrated, spend a lot of dollars on things that don't work. Find the company that has the winning formula and then copy it, study it, and do it yourself. That's what I would recommend.
Great.
And then if at some point you get tired of running the business, you have a lot of success under your belt. You'll have more distribution than you have now, which isn't really big. And maybe you can decide to go back and license it. You know, with this, you know, it's almost not even licensing. Then it's like a combination of selling your business plus licensing.
Well, Andrew, you might find someone that's in the same category that's successful, and once you have it in a few stores, that you can tell your success, and maybe they'll license it and put it in their product line.
Yeah.
But you have to find the money. Follow the money. Find that company that's successful. Look at it, study it. That will give you a better idea of what not to do and what to do. There's my advice.
They're selling it. They're surviving at the home shows and wellness shows, but it's not a sustainable business model. They're gonna tire themselves out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to wrap it up. Great product, great packaging. Everything you've done is spot on. Now it's just sales. That's it. And you can get that. You just got to work at it.
Sales and distribution.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Marina.
Thanks, guys. Great advice. We'll follow the money.
We'll catch up. Follow the money. I like that.
Follow the money!
We'll catch up with everyone on the next inventRight TV show. Take care. Keep inventing.